Welcome to this week's TDD Weekly Report for the week ending November 27th. First up, I would like to make a correction to last week's report. When I did the motorcycle ergonomics website, I gave the credit for sending that into Moose3971. He did email me right away and let me know that he was not the one that sent that. So I checked back and it was Moose Pie Sandwich that sent that to me. So sorry about that, Moose Pie Sandwich. I want to always give correct credit to people that send me the articles in, and thank you very much, Moose3971, Jason, for sending in so that I could get the correction out for that. Next up, in the Chicagoland area lately, I don't know where you guys live, but in a lot of urban areas, there has been a lot of wild animals that tend to come in closer than they used to in the past. As a matter of fact, I don't live in really so much of a rural area anymore. I live more in a suburban area. But I noticed the last few years I've been seeing red fox, gray fox, even a couple of deer in my front yard, even though I live in a more developed area. Well, in Chicago, and I guess it's not just Chicago, but in a lot of the major cities now, there's coyotes wandering the streets at night. And the animal control, they're actually called the Chicago Commission on Animal Care and Control, has started to tag some of the coyotes and let them back loose again to kind of help with the control of mice and rats in the city. They're tagging and releasing about 250 of them, and I heard estimates are there could be as high as 2,500 as far as the population of coyotes in the downtown area of Chicago. There's the website that features this is called blogs.discoverymagazine.com, and I'll put a link to the article down in the description. They also have a video of a coyote running through the streets, and they believe since these animals are mostly nocturnal, they don't really pose any kind of threat to the Chicago residents and may actually be a plus as far as keeping the rodent population down. But I thought that was kind of interesting that a lot of city populations now are actually, or a lot of cities are seeing populations of coyotes actually fending for themselves in the city. So it's kind of amazing how animals can actually adapt to city conditions and even thrive, as a matter of fact. So this is kind of good that the population of coyotes may end up staying around. As long as they don't create any kind of trouble, I guess, for people, that will probably be a plus overall. Next up, this was sent in by 808 YouTube. Thank you for sending this in. This is called Ice Ball Mold Japanese Bartending Magic. This is kind of a cool gadget. I'll show you just a few quick screenshots of it, and then I'll give you the link to the video of this. But this thing can create out of blocks of ice molds of, well, the one here they show is a crystal ball, and it can also do soccer balls, baseballs, a diamond, all kinds of different shapes. Now, this is out of the range of the average person because the starting price is $1,800 plus shipping, which brings it up to about $2,000. But for somebody that's running a sports bar or something like that, that would be kind of cool, especially if you were finishing up a baseball game or something like that and went into a bar or something like that and ordered a pitcher with some of the ice that's shaped like baseballs or something like that. That would be kind of cool. So a nice little gadget. They make a mini version of it too, but I didn't really check on the price of the mini version. But I think most of this stuff is priced for commercial people to purchase more than the individual, but still kind of neat. And if you happen to have a sports bar around the area that does something like that, it would be something cool to ask for. Once in a while, I do like to feature a vlogger that comes to my attention, mostly because a lot of times I'll find vloggers that I think are very underrated as far as the amount of views and subscribers they have. And this week, I'd like to feature 67K Neil. I'll put a screen cap of his channel up here. He has some really funny vlogs. The guy's got a great sense of humor, very, very undersubscribed and underviews for the quality of material he puts out. Two of my favorites that he has up, well, the one right now is a gadget one that he's got presently up on the channel about USB batteries. I don't know if you've seen that, but they make AA batteries that actually the top flips off and you can USB charge them. But two of my other favorites that he has are Veterans Day Wipeout, where his scooter takes does a nice wheelie without him being on it, and he filmed the whole thing and posted it. I give somebody a lot of guts for doing things like that. And then my other one that I really would suggest you that you watch is Social Experiments: Simple Solutions to Simple Problems, to where he comes up with an idea to come up with some finance for the local area that he's in, with maybe replacing some tax dollars that's lost and things like that. They're both very clever, very humorous, and definitely, if there's somebody that I think you should subscribe to, it would be 67K Neil's channel, and there'll be a link down to the bottom in the comments, and I'll also put the links to the 2 specific videos I was talking about. That's about it for this week. Starting next week, it will be the December shows. So I'm going to try to feature anything to do with Christmas that I possibly can find, or anything that anybody sends in that I can possibly include in the show. So that's it for this week. I will catch you guys next week.